This lighting is extremely bright. So hello and welcome back to the next segment of the SmokeHoes Garage. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe and bell button to see future content. Now, in this episode, we are going to be getting onto the golf a lot more. Now, if you've seen the last episode, you've seen the underside is completely done and looking really, really good. Also, we've got Simon Bucknell, who's a friend of mine who I've known for a good couple of years now, coming in with his very special car. If you've seen any promo for that, and you think he's going to come in and give you some good, solid information when asked questions about it, don't. He came in, he basically just went, fuck this, I'm just going to say whatever I want. And coming from a guy who's been on ITV in his own series, I thought he'd come at it in a different manner, but he's just gone, nah, let's just go mental. It was good, it was fun. But yeah, don't expect any actual information about that car, and I've really got to stress that because he gave us absolutely none. The guys filming on the day, they were completely mind blown by that. So yeah, the Golf. Now, we've made a good few steps now before we try and send it off to get the arches done. First off, we had the bay stripped and primed so that we could have it sprayed by Truey. He spent a couple of days down here putting that all together and it looks really good now. So next step is the cage. Simon made a few modifications there. In essence, were to give him all the creature comforts of still being able to use the car with the rear back seats being the same and the glove box.
So what they've done here is they've cut the foam out before it goes to be retrimmed to sight around the roll cage, obviously where it bolts in here, and obviously this bench seat won't have the function of going down anymore, but because it's kind of borderline a show car as well, they wanted it to have a matching interior and all that sort of stuff, so it'll look really cool and fit around the roll cage and just look nice, do you know what I mean? Another thing they've done is, for functionality, is the glove box, which is yet to be retrimmed and stuff, but obviously with a dash dodger cage, some of you may know, that sits really close to the dashboard at each end. Well, you'd lose the functionality if you cut, the glove box, something Simon wanted to keep. So they've actually recut the glove box and moved the hinge inside so it still works while having the dash dodger cage and stuff. I know it's only a little touch or what have you, but kind of cool because it keeps the functionality and being able to put things in your glove box so you like putting in there. Like glove box things, magic trees, cans of pop, whatever. So one of my long-standing best mates, Wills, will probably tell you, back in the day we used to make stuff fit cars that shouldn't fit cars. Now I'm a bit concerned with fitment on this one, looking at it, only from I know Wills will get this to fit real nice, but at the same time this car's got to go around a circuit, hit big curbs and stuff like that. The fitment's not far away from what would be on a show car, I think, and look really class. But is it going to function with a big tyre on there? They're going to have to move it in and out. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see when it comes to sort of testing the car and stuff like that. But currently, it's looking really snazzy. And I know from past, like my Corsa, for instance, we had at 110mm drop and it had, I think, 9-inch wide wheels on it, and we made that work. So let's see what happens with that.
I had a bit of a problem. It wasn't really a problem, it was it was something that was causing me a bit of anxiety because of the way in which we're gearing the car up to be taken around the Nürburgring, or being a more track focused car. So the BBS mags that we were fitting is a lovely wheel. I can make them fit, but I would have had to use a spacer on the front and rear, and then would have had to do some arch modifications front and back, which again isn't a problem, and I was gearing well up to do that anyway, knowing that the wheels, because they're a 9-inch wheel, but they actually sit 10 inches, which gives you on the front with a 20mm spacer about probably a good 30mm clear of the outside of the arch itself, which is fine, and we were gearing up to be able to do that. but I was getting some, I was starting to get worried about running such a large spacer that obviously would have been bolted to the hub, and then the wheel studs would have actually bolted to the spacer itself. But obviously, I went through a whole. I had a great couple of days sorting the engine bay out, etc. And then I was on to wheel fitment along with Will's. And then when we got to that point, and I actually started to think about it, I got worried about you know, adding a point of failure in that really doesn't need to be there. So I've ditched putting the mags on, and we've gone with a rotiform wheel, which reminds me a bit of an RS 500 Ford Cosworth type BBS style rim, which has got a gold insert. Don't know what it's going to look like yet. Fingers crossed that it's going to look good. So yeah, I did. What's funny is it caused me that much of a problem. I did because I haven't really before ever dealt with offset of wheels before myself, and trying to understand that is quite difficult. So I did a diagram and some measurements that. What's funny is we haven't been filming some of the times I come here. A lot of the time I spend here on my own, actually trying to, you know, overcome things, and it caused me that much of a worry in the end. I thought, let's just ditch them. So I ditched the mags. I've still got them, so maybe I'll turn them into a table or some type of ornamental thing, maybe in the garage. But that's it, yeah. So hopefully everybody likes the wheels.
What is the main reason you want to put this in right now, though?
So the main reason is to get the weight on the front end of the car.
Yep.
So when the wheels come later on today, hopefully, fingers crossed, because I need them today.
Why is that? Because you're sending it off?
Yeah, sending off. Well, I need to get the wheels on because I need to start on the archwork or any archwork that's required to make those wheels fit tidy.
Yeah, because we've got to go off to paint next week, haven't we? So
yeah,
it needs to be done before that.
This is shit. You all right with that? Yeah. Wheels have arrived. Wheels have arrived. Yeah. Arrival. Perfect. Do you want to go get the other one? Yeah. Might just be able to get a...
Takes 3 of us to put a wheel on.
Jump on that, Greg.
Yeah, look at it from the other side, bro. That's it, just the light's better on the other side.
Happy?
Joe, mate, I'm fucking really happy with that. I don't know about you boys, you was a bit in an hour and bit the wheel choice, weren't you?
I think it looks fucking cool as fuck.
No, they actually look really good. It's
They
when,
do, don't
when
they?
you had the centres on, they just don't.
They look like
Right,
they look like a Cosy wheel.
yeah.
Yeah, they look like an RS 500 wheel. The front looks fucking. I wouldn't even fucking do anything more with that.
But you're gonna get settled in that again as well. That's gonna
She'll
get.
probably want to pack up a bit, wouldn't she?
You're probably, but you know you're at your lowest, so you know you can come up.
I'm
now.
fucking so happy with that. Wheels are on. Really happy with how they fit. We're going to do some light modifications now to the arches, which is going to be a lot easier than we initially set out to do. A little bit of rolling. Motor's back, and engine's going to be back, hopefully, for the next episode. So we'll get the new motor in, along with the gearbox, and hopefully refit the interior. So looking forward to getting that done.
And
really happy.
And then what's after that? You're going to probably, once it's set up, get it to spray then, is it?
Yeah, once the motor's running and the car's back together, we'll send it off then to get a fresh lick of paint.
It's Reader's Rights. It's Reader's Rights. It's Reader's Rights. It's Reader's Rights.
So, welcome to another segment of Reader's Rides. It's been a pleasure to have this strong week at the SmokeHoes Garage going. We've got a lovely guest coming on by the name of Simon Bucknell, so let's bring him on.
It's Reader's Rights. It's Reader's Rights. It's Reader's Rights.
Good to see you, Si.
Yeah, and you, man?
Good to see you. So, Si, where are you from?
I'm from Babylon. Yeah, I'm from a place called Ross-on-Wye.
What's it like down there?
It's a town on the river called the Wye. Ross-on-Wye.
So, let's get into the cars.
Yeah.
What was your first car?
First car, Fisher-Price car. Put your feet out the bottom, door open. Yeah, it's plastic, didn't rust. Yeah, it's perfect. It's a good
What
car.
was your car after that?
Car after that, Bugatti. It wasn't a real one.
What do you think of last week's Reader's Rides?
Yeah, last week's Reader's Rights was pretty nice.
Did you listen to his stuff?
On and off. I went for a dark time and Elro got me through it.
That's good. Shout out to Elron.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. So, round of applause, guys. Let's unveil the car.
Shit!
So how long have you owned this car then? For the readers?
For the readers reading this program, I've owned this about 6 years now. Put lots of my bodily fluids into it. It's been a labour of love.
She quick?
Oh yeah, it'll do a flat, like 60 miles an hour, 8 seconds, backwards, around the tree.
Any thoughts on dogging?
Dogging. I'm more of a seagulling man myself, so I like the guys to stand outside the car, seagull it. Khaki.
Any future plans for the car?
I'd really like to drive it outside, sit in the seat.
So, the reason you came here, or one of the reasons you came here,
Well,
the sim.
yeah. The
How do
sim.
you think you're going to do before you set off and have a go?
Not very well. I've only recently just got my hands back. I had a terrible accident.
Like, what was that?
I was doing some wood chipping and my leg went in. And I was holding on so hard my hands come off.
Okay, well, hopefully you'll be able to grab the steering wheel on the simulator.
Yeah.
I think you're going to do quite well. Obviously, owning one of these, you know about cars.
That means nothing.
I know about cars. This
honestly.
means nothing. I know about cars. You know about cars.
Yeah.
So, let's get over to the sim.
Let's go.
So, those who don't know, this is the Dragon Trail track. It's a fictional track on Gran Turismo. And we are in the RSR Porsche. Now, this first S-bend is one of the trickiest corners on the track, but Simon's managed it quite well. Coming through there, pulling in second gear out to third. Some classy stuff. Very confident at the wheel. Now this corner, you can actually go around flat out in fifth gear and then brake, but if you get it wrong, you're going to be in the sandy stuff, and it's good night, Irene, pal. Simon coming through there carrying some nice speed though, made up a bit of time. This compared to Elro is drastically quite different, but One's a racer, one's a mystical rapper. Now this whole section you can come round in 4th gear all the way out, snapping into 5th by around about here, but if you get the line wrong, you just scrub a load of speed and it doesn't end very well. Coming down now into the second half of the track. This corner, depending on who you are, some people like to go into 1st gear and drive it through, some like to keep in 2nd and give it large. Now this is flat out through here. And this corner, you basically let off, catch it right, and then just give it the beans on the way out. Simon giving it the beans himself there. Now here's the last corner. This corner, quite tricky. If you get it wrong, it comes back on itself quite a lot. So if you apply power too early, you just end up running out too far, losing a lot of momentum. Si's done quite well there. He's about to come to the finish line. This track is based in Croatia and doesn't fucking exist.
Cross the line. How'd that go?
Yeah, not very well.
Not very well? Why do you think not very well?
Everyone got in my head.
So Simon, I'd like to give you a nice round of applause. Thanks guys. So, how do you think you did?
I think I come on the board by Elro somewhere.
By Elro somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you have come near Elro somewhere.
Done that before.
Yeah. Round of applause, guys. I'm going to put up the time, if I could. You did a 1:45.06. Unbelievable. So you're number 1.
No practice.
Number 1. There
I'm
you
always
go.
number 1.
Elro, number 2. I think
I'm
he's
always
gonna...
number 1, James. Yeah. Number 1, James. Cool.
So, what do you think of the time that Elro put up, considering yours is about 15 seconds faster?
Did Elro start? Did he start?
Yeah, he started.
Okay. Yeah, I think it just comes down to the minerals.
Just comes down to the minerals.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, well, any last words for the viewers who might be into
Yeah, just do it.
Just do it, guys.
Yeah.
And if you want to be on Reader's Rides in the future, let us know. Send us a message, and you could be a guy like Simon with those glasses and that great jawline. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in 2 weeks.